and that's it. Now on this screen, whenever someone types in test like this and you click on it, it will pop up here.
Okay, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's have a quick check and make sure the audio is working fine. So, can you all hear me? 1 2 3 4 5. Adam says not yet. Kettle hasn't boiled. So. Got a little cuppa. Right, all that is just water today. I'm taking it easy. Okay. Alright, we'll wait for a couple more to join in and then we get started. But for now, anyway, thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm Tony, for those that don't know, sales manager here at Martin Lynch & Sons. And yes, it has been a while. It's been a long time since we've done a live stream. Partly down to me not being in on Saturday, partly down to Gary saying that he was tired and didn't want to make the effort the other week. We have been pushing him hard though, so it's fair play really. And the other reason is obviously I had COVID for a while, so I've not been in. And John really doesn't want to do it as well, so he's hiding on the other side of the screen today. Can you come and say hello, John, quickly?
How quick?
And just a quick hello.
Hello.
There you go. See, there's nothing to be scared of, is there?
Looks like something out of aliens.
So, no, that's
the reflection.
Yeah, that's the reflection.
Okay.
Yeah,
have a good weekend.
Right. So, I'm in obviously this Saturday, so we are live again, and I've kind of missed it really, to be honest with you. It's been a bit strange. Right, what have we got here? Questions straight away. Okay, bear with me, and I need to get my bearings again and remember where everything is. But let's see what we've got here. So, first of all, well, there we go. So, first time here in the market for a Yaesu FTDX10 new ham radio amateur, and got a budget of £900. Can we arrange something? DX10 for £900. I'm quite generous, however, I'm not that generous, so that will be a bit of a strain. Best thing to do is keep an eye open on our used section. We do get FTDX10s in from time to time, and obviously you'll be able to save quite a few pounds by going for used. I think the last one went for around about sort of £10.99, so it'll give you a little time to put some more pounds together, and hopefully we can get you sorted out with the DX10. But what a great radio. There's quite a few of the guys and girls here have got DX10s that are listening, so by all means, if you have any questions, fire away. Right, let's have a little bit of a roll call. Hi to Stuart. Good to see you there. Hi to Andy as well. He said he's missed these over the last couple of weeks. You haven't missed them, Andy. We've just not been here. For some reason, the other guys are a little bit shy when it comes to doing live. They don't mind doing the pre-recorded ones that we get put out on a Friday. There's something for the weekend ones, but for the live, they're a little bit, I don't really want to do it. I don't really want to do it. Plus, we're a little bit short-staffed on a Saturday, so we have a skeleton staff in. So we have to kind of try and fit it in between customers in the store. Who else have we got there? Hi to Rob as well. How you doing, Rob? And Brian, as we said, he's there. Hi to Glenroy as well. How is Jonathan? Yeah, Jonathan's fine. Still in contact with Jonathan. Don't forget, if you're missing Jonathan, looking at his boyish young looks, etc., check out his YouTube channel on M0JSX. So he's doing his own content now. So by all means, sign up and subscribe to his channel, as well as obviously signing up and subscribing to our channel if it's the first time. But yeah, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. Hi to Chris as well. Hi to Mark. Hi to John. How you doing? I've got a few of you there. Right, we'll go through some products very shortly. I've just grabbed a few random products. We did have a question about Richard's handbag. Now that did cause a stir. The handbag. Oh. Well, it's one of those 50-50 things, the handbag. And I don't know what your comments are regarding it, but 50% pro handbag, 50% shocked that we even brought a bag out for men. Very strange, very, very strange. But I did have a couple of questions with regard to pockets on the handbag. So we're going to go through the pockets this afternoon, just to make it clear as to how many pockets it has, what the depth of the pocket is roughly, and you make up your own mind what you could fit into it. So let's start off with that. Let's get this clear. Let's have a quick shout. Hi to John again. Hi to Don. How you doing over there in Texas? Don't forget as well, we will be out in Dayton this year. So if you are going to Dayton, please say hello if you do see us wandering around. Richard and myself will be there, and yeah, kind of looking forward to it. Not looking forward to the journey, but should be a good time. And obviously we're going to try and do some lives, etc., from Dayton. So you heard it here first. Some lives, and we'll do some recorded stuff as well for the something for the weekend. Hopefully bring you some new products, etc. Right, let's grab the bag, as they say, which I've got to hand. Now, hopefully you did watch Richard's video and you saw his little portable kind of go bag, which was one of these. There we go. Now, as I said, we had quite a few questions. One in particular, one guy really wanted to know about the pockets on this and was quite upset that we didn't go into detail about the pockets. So I'm going to give you a rundown on the pockets now. Hopefully he's watching. Here we go. So to begin with, at the front we have these webbing straps with the clips, which we can undo. There we go. So this now gives us access to the rest of the bag. And as you can see on the top, we've got the elasticated section. So in here, you can use the toggle and you can put whatever you want in there basically. So you've got a torch, maybe you've got a torch, maybe you've got a map or something you want to pop in the top. You can do that, just pop it straight in the top, easy access. There's also a bit of a gap in between here. And turn that, as you can see. So obviously you can slide something into the top there as well and keep it dry. And then we're going to open the bag itself. It has a zip. It's all zipped open. There we go. There's the top of the bag. It's got a bit of protection on there as well, a bit of padding. And Velcro as well, as you can see on the front, if need be. Okay, I'm going to stand up for this. So, inside the bag, you've got a strap, shoulder strap. There we go. And again, that's gently padded. And breathable. And then we've got another strap here as well, which is kind of a waistband. So if you want, you can call it, I know in the States I think they call it a fanny pack, so you can kind of make it into that, or entirely up to you. And then in the bag you've got two sections. So it's basically kind of a solid section here in the middle, which is removable. So if you've got really big sandwiches, you can take this out. There we go. And literally get rid of that. And that gives you a bigger opening. So if if you're not using the 705 and you've got a bigger radio, that gives you the complete access to the whole of the bag. Now someone said there's no padding in the base. Yep, you're absolutely right. However, if you're running a 705 with the cage, then it doesn't really matter too much, let's be honest. And if you're quite smart, and I know a lot of you are, you're probably going to think, I've just put £1,200 worth of radio in a bag, let's not throw it down hard on the floor. So there we go. So that's your inside of the bag there. We'll get that done up. And we're going to move to this pocket. Now, this one, personal favourite of mine, this pocket. So again, you've got the toggle, so you can make it nice and tight. Now in here, you will see just about enough room to put a can of drink. So when you're sitting on the hill, you can pop a nice little can, maybe one of those nice little mixer cans of JD and Coke, or a water bottle if you're that way inclined. And again, as I said, you can tighten that up here. Right, on the other side, we've got some velcroed webbing straps, and again you can pop an item in there and secure it. And then you've got the zip, which then gives you this small pocket here. There we go. So nice and simple. So one more pocket to go, and that's the one at the front. Again, zip fixing, and good thing with this, if you've got your phone in here, you stumble a little bit, rather than opening fully, you've got the restraints on the side here, so you're not going to drop anything out, which is quite handy. And there we go. There we go. That's the Tony way of doing it. Just throw it in the corner, nearly fall over the chair. So there you go. So hopefully now that's cleared up the bag itself, because I know there was a lot of issues with people saying you haven't really reviewed the bag. What are the pockets like? I've had a sleepless night. I really didn't know if there was 2, 3 or 4 pockets there. Full details now, so get that on. That will be recorded for later as well, so if you want to go back on, put it on and do it. Look at that. That's what I have to put up with. Put it on and do a twirl. I would do, but as you saw, I nearly fell over the chair then, so I'll put that on as well. I'll be really off balance. Don says a KX3 would fit really nicely. Yep, you're right, KX3 would. KX2 as well, quite easily. And like I said, if you take that middle bit out, you could get an 817, 818 in there as well quite easily. It wouldn't be a problem. Now, I know there's the other portable radio, the lab radio. That's going to be far too big, I think, to pop into that bag. So you have to find another way for that. Maybe an old shopping trolley or something. Hi to Terry as well. I hope you're doing well in Whitby. Hi to Andrew. Oh, got another Lynch there. He's over there in Ireland. Pretty good. Right. Now let's grab another product and we'll go through that. So, one of John, who you saw earlier, one of his favourite products. He always pushes these because John lives in a flat. It's a very nice flat, I'll have you know. And he has trouble getting antennas out basically. So what he does is he basically sticks an antenna outside on the balcony. Doesn't want the window open because obviously it's quite cold at the moment, so he uses one of these. So it's an MGC 50 from Diamond. And I'm going to open it up so you can see it a little bit clearer. There we go. Now it does come with some cable ties, etc. as well for strapping it on. So what you'll see here, let's take these off. One of these on either end. So it's got SO239. Okay. And then you've got a really wafer thin section of coax, which you can then slide on either under the window if it's an up and down window, or into the side of the window, and just close it over there. And then obviously you've got your covers there as well if you want to leave it in place. Now, yes, they are going to put a little bit of loss into your system. However, not as much loss as if you couldn't put an antenna up. So bear that in mind, and that will help you get on air. Great way of doing it. Not too expensive. Under £100, obviously. Frequency wise, up to 1500 megahertz from DC. So, I mean, I probably wouldn't want to use it on 23 cents, but absolutely fine for HF. And if you just want to access the 2 meter net, it's a good way of doing it. Okay, so Steve says he's got one of them. Okay, that's good to know, Steve. Yeah, B&C, we could look into that actually. If B&C one would be nice, that would be a good way of doing it actually. And you could probably pop a Wonder Wand or something like that onto the end of it if you're really restricted. And talking of which, just so happen to have some Wonder Wands. Not one, not two, not three, but 4. So I just wanted to go through some of the differences with these Wonder Wand antennas. And hi to Carl as well if you're watching. Yeah, obviously these are UK made, been around for quite a while now. I've used the whole range of these. Had some great contacts with these, to be honest with you. Over the pond quite easily. Bestie X Argentina with one of the loops. And yeah, I just wanted to go through and sort of show you the differences, so when you're looking online and you're not too sure which one to choose, hopefully it will help. So alright, let's get this clear. Rob wants to know what was the number. There we go. I'll have to wrap it there. So it's MGC 50. And Don says, what about the Comet CTCS 50? So I'll tell you what, before I go on to the Wonder Woman thing, bear with me a second. There we go, just like Blue Peter. Here's one I made earlier. Now, I did actually look at this, Don, and I did think, shall I grab this one? Although they've literally just come in, so I don't know that much about it. So we're gonna look and learn together, which is kind of the way we do things mostly on the live. Look and learn together. So let's get it open. So this is the Comet CTC 50M, which comes with 0.4 meters of cable. Now, what are we getting with this? With this one, you're getting an extra 10 centimeters on the diamond. So this is slightly shorter on the Comet, which is probably a good thing. And slightly better bag, which means you'll probably pay more for it. Ooh, it's quite nice. Oh, just in case you're not too sure, on the Comet you get a bit of guidance. So there we go. It's telling you that you need to put a PL259 into the SO239, and that's actually quite nice. It's bolted together with screws. Let's grab the other one once I've got it to hand. There we go. So Comet here, diamond here. You can see the backs there. So the Comet all fixed with screws, and as you can see, it's got little holes in there as well. There we go. So you can mount that through the holes. And then the diamond one, as I said, comes with cable ties, so you're going to have to like strap the cable ties around. And there we go, and there's the other side. Lengthwise, there's your difference. Comet and diamond. So not a huge difference, as I said. Supposedly that's 10 centimeters difference, but looks a lot less, doesn't it? Does look a lot less. Let's see what the frequency range is on these as well. So the Comet one is DC to 1300 megs rather than the 1500 on the diamond. And let's see what they're like power rating. So here we go. Let's learn together. So Comet 1 will do up to 50 megs, so HF will do 100 watts PEP. And diamond, we're looking at 50 watts CW and FM. That's interesting. So yeah, probably 100 watts as well PEP. 2 meters 40 watts, and 77s is 30 watts and 10 watts for 1200 megs. And we're at 60 on the Comet for 2 meters, 40 for 77s, and 10 watts for 1200 megs. So a little bit more power on the Comet, and probably a little bit more pricier. So let's have a quick look. Let's have a little switch around on here. Been a while since we've done this. Let's see if this works. Yes, it does. So MGC 50, 54.95, and the diamond is, I've forgotten the part number of it now. One of those days. CTC. There we go. 50M. Oh, they do an N-type version as well. That's quite good. Oh, a little bit cheaper. £50. So up to you, really. You make your own mind up. It's £5 difference whether you want to go for the Comet or the diamond. Now I like the fact that it's got the screws etc on the Comet one. However, on the diamond, the fact that it's all completely sealed, maybe that, you know, especially in the UK, that might be better for you in the long run with the weather etc. But as I said, make your own mind up. They're much and muchness, so the choice is yours. Kind of like the Reebok and Nike situation, or Adidas and Nike when it comes to sportswear etc. Right, let's see what we've got. Rob says thanks, and Don does too. Don't forget, you can get involved via the chat if you're watching on Facebook. I don't check Facebook as much, I'll be honest with you, so most of the live chat is via our YouTube channel, so if you go to ML&S.tv you can find it there. Hello to John in the rear there. How you doing, John? Quick wave. There Hello. We go. Hello, John.
Hello.
He's been very busy today, John, so I have to be nice to him today. You alright? Okay, let's go on to these Wonder Ones again. Yeah. I'm going to bring up the other page so that we're ready with the pricing as well, in case you want to know. One more to get. Okay, so let's start off with the original widebander, the one that you probably all know, which is now, I believe, a Mark II. We've got it listed as, which is this one. Hopefully you can see the picture. I'm probably not going to take everything out because they're sealed bags, and I don't want to create B stock. And just a quick one with B stock as well. I did watch a little YouTube episode last night from a training course, which was quite interesting. I won't go into details with regard to the club, etc., and all the rest. However, it was about buying equipment, buying your first radio, what you should look out for, etc., etc., etc. Now, majority of the information absolutely superb, absolutely brilliant. Obviously, there was a mention with regards to adverts, and don't buy because of the adverts, which is fine. But without the adverts, how you going to know what's about? There was another part there as well, which was basically with regards to support and technical support, etc., and all the rest. And I just wanted to quickly raise, for those of you that have shopped with us for a while, obviously you know we sort of pride ourselves in the support that we can give you and all of our customers when it comes to it. However, products are kind of changing now, and what you'll find is a lot of the manufacturers now are offering the support of the products themselves. So, for example, with the Wonder Wand, Carl, if you have any really in-depth questions, really technical questions, Carl is the man to speak to. You can contact through us, we can ask him direct, or vice versa, you can join his Facebook groups, etc., and ask the man himself. Yes, you can still purchase through us, and you've got the support if there's any issues with regards to the unit failing, etc. That's what we're here for as the retailer. There was a big mention as well with regards to Flex radios. Now, with Flex, compared to something like to the Wonder Wand or just a standard radio for one of the major manufacturers, with Flex you actually purchase the support direct from Flex. Okay, so you're spending thousands of pounds on a transceiver, and that support is direct from Flex. They have an amazing support network set up. Yes, we've got Gary, who is priceless, and if he knows, if it's a quick answer, he'd normally do it off the top of his head. However, the way that Flex is developed and the way that amateur radio is, especially with retailers and the way it's retailed out to the customer, it is amateur radio. The whole part of our hobby is the fact that it's down to us to help to develop products. We're not buying commercial equipment, commercial grade equipment, hence why the prices are so low. But it is down to us, and with Flex, especially Flex, and I really wanted to push this aside because yes, we are the Flex main distribution in the UK, and I just wanted to push the fact that they have a network of support which you pay for, and it comes within that price of the unit you've bought. And the good thing with that is they keep everything in house, so they know if faults do start to develop, they can then work on it straight away. It's not just a case of it being a random internet forum. It's not Bill down the road saying that his Flex has decided to do this and then it must be wrong. It's within house with Flex, so everything is handled by the manufacturer. So I just wanted to get that clear with regards to that, because it was a little bit nasty, the video that was going around against retailers, and it goes for all of us, ourselves, Radio World, Walters and Stanton, B Nevada the same, and Lamco. We are retailers primarily, we're all amateurs, and we're all stocking thousands and thousands of products, and it's just a case of we're not going to know everything about that product, which is a lot of the time you are going to get the information from the manufacturer, and that's kind of how it's working now within the retail sector. Is the manufacturers are doing a lot of support themselves. So guys like John at ICOM, Carl at Yaesu, for example, they're all there to help you out, especially at the shows. Anyway, enough of me getting over my upset bit from last night. I was very upset, I'll be honest with you, very upset. Right, let's go to the Wonder Wand and the good support given by Carl. Here we go. So, this is the original Wonder Wand Widebander Mark II, which, as you can see, comes with the Y connector on the top and the telescopic whip. Now these work from top band all the way through to 70 sems, and maximum I think it's 10 watts PP on these. So great if you're running FT8, for example, and you're running a couple of watts from a portable radio, a little QRP radio. Absolutely superb. Now I've tested these out with Whisper as well quite often. I've used one of the little Whisper SOTA beams Whisper modules. That works an absolute treat. So there is the main unit. You can see the size. If you've used an ATU before, then you're not going to struggle with this. So literally click around, wait for the background noise to rise, and then fine tune with the other knob. And that's literally it. So PL259 straight into the back of the radio, and see that BNC on the top. As I said, you've got your whip here and your Y connector. So you're probably wondering why there's a Y connector there. The fact is you can tune a random wire from it. So let's put that in there, I missed that. So when you're running a random wire, 10 meters or so of wire, 20 meters of wire, and then a ground wire as well, and away you go. And you'll find obviously that's going to be a lot more efficient than the whip. So if you've got an opportunity and you're out in the field like I was the other day, I should have taken one of those and thrown a wire in the air and operated from that. So that's your standard one. So that's PL259 as a right angle, BNC on top. Now there is a rework of that, which is here, which is the Mark III version. There we go. So main unit, as you can see, is exactly the same. However, there's been a bit of a change on the top of it. So rather than the BNC, you've got, let's see on there. There we go. We've got two terminals, and on those terminals, you get your 2 bits of wire. So as I was saying, you can use it as a random wire tuner and just connect these straight through. And again, operating through top band through to 70 sems if need be. But you know, if you're primarily operating on HF, then this is a good way to do it. That's that. Got a little question there from Don. They do have a little loop. We're going to get to that soon. So I've got one more widebander to show you, which is this one. And you can probably all tell why this one was developed. So this is an inline version of the original, which basically means, check this out, it's got a PL259 on the bottom and it comes straight down. So if you're running a 705, for example, you can literally stick it straight on the back of the QRAB and it keeps it vertical for you in that way. So that's your differences, or your main differences with the widebander itself, because you've got the 3 different options there. So I use the original one myself. As I said, works an absolute treat. Now, Don says, did they have a mag loop? They do. They have 2 mag loops. So they have the original 750, which kind of self-explanatory, covers 40 meters through to 6, so 7 megs through to 50. And the original comes with a right angle PL259. This is the inline version for the 705, or if you're you want to pop it on a little stand. And again, 10 watts I think on these, those PEP, remember rightly. Yep, 10 watts maximum power. And these are amazing. As I said, Argentina on one of these from indoors. Yes, it was CW, but on SSB I have managed to work the States. So, like going fishing basically. A bit of patience, and you can do it with QRP. And what always helps if you're running QRP, and what I should have done when I went out in the field, tunable counterpoise. So as you can see, it's got a crocodile clip on there. Oh, there we go. Which means you can attach it to the radio or to the base of the antenna and the shielding, and then you've got your long wire, and then you can tune that wire to the frequency that you're operating on. So they're really, really handy. Really handy. So, oh, a little flick through there. So Joshua was saying he's made some surprisingly good contacts with the little loop. I know, they're amazing. They're amazing. When I always say this, when I first got sent the loop from Carl, it turned up. He said, "I've got this loop, blah blah blah." I'd already tried some little homebrew loops before. And he said, "No, I've got this one. Try this one. Try this one. It's 1 meter. You know, you'll be amazed at it. It works on 40 meters, no problem." I'm like, "Yeah, of course it does, Carl. Yes, Carl, of course." Turned up that night, got it home, was indoors, stuck it on the back of I think it was an old TS470. Was amazed, absolutely amazed. Worked 4 or 5 stations, and it was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, absolute great bit of kit. Don says good for shortwave listening. They are very good for shortwave listening. Perfect size. Obviously, bear in mind if you are indoors as well, you just make sure you've got most of your dodgy power supply switched off, etc., and then some of the LED lighting. But yeah, absolutely superb. And with it being a loop, you can null out the noise anyway. Hi to Michael as well, KC1LUX, how you doing? Late to the party? Haven't missed much. Right, what else do I have for you today? Let's move these around a bit. I always end up doing this and having too much in front of me. Right, a quick drink. Okay, so talking about sort of portable antennas, getting out and about, etc., and just fun antennas, you know, not your standard bit of wire and fed wires, etc., but playing around with verticals. A lot of customers have been purchasing those 17-foot telescopic whips. There's about 3 or 4 different varieties out now. There's one by Chameleon, there's one by MFJ, there's the Moonraker style one that we stopped, which is the slightly better value one. Because you will break it at some point when it comes crashing down in the wind from not supporting it. Another great bit of kit to go with that is one of these. So these were labelled as ATAS brackets on our website because we do one with an SO239, which is perfect for the ATAS. And basically you've got SO239 on the bottom, you've got your U-clamps for mounted onto a pole, and then on the top of this one, got a 3/8 thread for either a ham stick or one of those big 17-foot whips. And on the other side, a little earth tag as well, so you can attach an earth wire onto the other side. And then you can mount it up onto a pole, stick it up, away you go. So even for the home, that's a good little sort of low profile. You know, set that up down the end of the garden onto the fence post or whatever. And then attach your antenna on the weekend for all of us weekend warriors that only get on the air at the weekend. And it's a good way of doing it. Take it down, and the other half's always happy then because that's all she sees down the end of the garden. So they're great. They are, if I remember rightly, under £30, I believe. So if you search for ATAS brackets, let's have a quick look. ATAS bracket. There we go. There's the SO239 one. So yeah, £25. £25. That's very good. Alright. Oh, hi Barry, how you doing? Hi Terry as well. Yeah, late to the party. Nearly done. Voice is going already, Terry. Right. Right, that's that. Did get asked about a speaker for... That's the wrong one. Told you it's been a while. Did get asked about a speaker for either mobile or small shack use out and about, etc. That was inexpensive but very effective in today's modern society. One of these. BHI NES 10-2 Mark IV noise cancelling speaker. So yes, you will need to run 12 volts DC to it. However, a good little bit of kit these. Can he open it without damaging the box? No, Martin will be watching saying, oh, he's broken up a box. Let's have a look. Get him up. There we go. Now, for those that don't know, BHI, UK company, what's this? Caution. Caution for you straight away. The headphone output must not be grounded. So, I like that. That's great for manufacturers. That stops us making any mistakes. So, let's take this out. So, it comes with a little bracket I can see in there. There's a DC cable as well. And then, look at this. I'm not going to open it fully because it's just too... Yes. But I'm going to show you the instructions there. So I can get that to focus. Come on. There we go. So you've got to fit your filter knob on. And there's your instructions on how to do it. Talking about instructions, and randomly off topic, just so you know, the zoom spots, we do have a few more back in stock. Obviously, you know there's a worldwide shortage of Raspberry Pis and Raspberry Pi 02s. Basically, we've got a few more in. Gary's made some up. They now come with enhanced instructions for you, because I think the last 4 or 5 that have gone out, I don't know how, but the customers have managed to wipe the cards completely. Now, you don't need to touch the card. Once it's been put in there, all you need to do is to go onto your Pi Star and do your initial setup with your Wi-Fi, etc., call sign and all the rest. No need to touch the card. That's all done for you when we ship. But there are enhanced instructions, so if you do want to get a zoom spot, now's a great time to do it. Anyway, back to the BHI speaker that I didn't take out the box, so we're going to look at it online. Cue the haters that don't like to look on the website part. So BHI 10-2. There we go. So, quickly bring out a picture of it there. As you can see, there's your knob on the top for adjusting the output level, and you've got your DSP switches here. So, either just the speaker on as standard, or you can switch the DSP in as well. Now, good thing with these is if you're running an older radio and you don't have DSP as standard, so maybe you've got, you know, even if you've got an early 857 that isn't a D version, then these are great, or an 817. Just attach one of these and you can cut the noise down quite a bit. So they're worth looking at. But a great speaker. If you want standard speakers, anything from sort of £35, Icom do small speakers, Kenwood do, Yaesu do the ML&S 100, the ML&S 200. The way I look at it, if you're going to get a nice mobile speaker, you might as well get one with noise reduction as well. Why not? Why not? Okay, let's flip you back over. Here we go. So, let's see if we've got any more questions. Oh, they came flying through, didn't they? So yeah, we said that. Hi Barry, hi Terry, hi to Rusty as well in San Diego. He says it's early there. Hi Rusty. We're getting on in the afternoon here, so we're coming up to 2:45 this afternoon, which means one of two things. One, that we'll be closing in an hour or so, and two, I probably need a cup of tea. Adam's on. Adam's saying MFJ 63 loading coil works well with 17-foot telescope and gives you 80, 60 and 40. Interesting. I like that. I'm going to have to send us some details of that, Adam. We'll take a little look at that. Hi to Michael. Seeing the mountain just now. Is there still a source of adapter bolts to convert CB sockets to mount on 1970G whips? There are still adapters available. We get them in from time to time if we're asked for them. It's one of those things. I don't really want to go and buy them and put them online. just for the fact that I've seen quite a few accidents with them. Great if you're stationary and you're operating portable, etc. and that. Unfortunately, we've had a few people that have gone mobile. They've used the adapter. The adapter's not been of great quality, and it's basically snapped and been a bit weak. So I'm always a little bit not sure about that. But yeah, if you want them, I can get them in and just use them as a stationary mobile, static mobile, I should say. You can tell it's getting on in the day. Another question here. Any MFJ product will take a year to arrive from the USA and then it won't work. No. There's a few imports of MFJ at the moment into the UK. The main issue is, as the same with any of the manufacturers at the moment, is it's just getting parts. It's getting parts and it's staff at the moment, because as I can tell from experience with the COVID, it's still sneaking around, still grabbing people and then taking them out of work. And you know, I believe in the US. I may be right, I may be wrong, but there does seem to be a fair bit of COVID that we don't hear about too much in the UK that's going on in the States. I think it is affecting manufacturers quite a bit. So, you know, whether it be MFJ, Powerstar, LDG, Cushcraft, I know they're all part of the MFJ stable and that, but we are struggling to get parts and we are struggling to get goods from them at the moment. And a lot of it is down to staffing issues. So, you know, bear with us, bear with the manufacturers as well. You know, they've supported the hobby for a long time. You know, been around for many years, a lot more than us, a lot of them. So give them a bit of time to get the stock over and just be patient with it. And like I always say, if you see something in stock, you want it, buy it. Don't spend 2-3 weeks having a chat with Bob down the club, because Bob had one in 1973. Give us a quick call. We'll run you through it. If it's not the right product for you, we'll find you another one that may be in stock. Or if it is the right one, then buy it straight away. Because if not, you'll be waiting another 2 months, maybe 3 months for that product. But it's the way of the world, unfortunately, at the moment. It's just how it is. Oh, that's controversy. Now, you've probably noticed that we've not mentioned anything, and I'm still not going to really fully mention it now, about what's been going on in the world. I don't believe that amateur radio should, and the hobby in general, you know, as a hobby, we're there to encourage talking between people from across the world, etc. So I don't want to go into too much details about that. But are there any issues stocking Rig Experts or Sun SDR radios? So Sun SDR radios aren't made in that country in question. Okay, they're made in Asia. So in theory, no, there shouldn't be any issues at all. With regards to repairs, a lot of the stuff we can do in-house. Because obviously we have our own engineers, and we have Gary here as well for tech support. So no issues with that. So our price is going to, I mean, I got an email the other day, I will run through, but I actually received an email last week, I think it was last week or the week before, when things started to happen, saying, please can you reduce the price of all of your products, Sun SDR products? And I was like, why? Why would we do that? Number one, they've already been paid for, so they're not under any of these rulings and sanctions that are out now. They've been paid for already. It's not going to make any difference whatsoever. Number two, they are a cost. They cost what they cost. Number three, if you want to get them over now, if anything, the price is going to go up probably, just for the fact of the shipping costs, if it is possible. So yes, we do still have stock of them. Yes, we can support the stock. And as I said, they're coming from Asia, so that's not an issue. Rig Experts, we have spoken to the guys at Rig Expert. Thankfully, everything's okay there. They're all fine. And yes, they are still shipping as well, so there's no issues there. So with regards to the retail side of it and you as a consumer, there's not too much of an issue. Yes, I can foresee prices of all of the amateur radio equipment going up, because obviously if you're shipping from Japan and you're shipping from Asia, they have to take a different route now. So flights are more expensive. If we're going by boat, things are taking a little bit longer, and the prices are going up. They're just taking advantage again. It's how it is. It's, you know, you're all paying your fuel prices at the moment. if it's going to cost you more to come and visit us at the store, you can imagine how much more it's going to cost to ship an item from across the other side of the world. But whilst we can keep the prices low, we will do, and we'll try and work out bundle deals, etc. And like the old stock, like the whole stock, for example, from this week's video, we've still got some old stock. It comes with the headphone adapter. They're 25, 30 pounds as standard, but you can still have that for free. We're not against you, as a, you know. I know it's the big bad retailer, but we're not. We could quite easily take them out and resell them at £30, but no, we've still got the stock. We've paid what we paid for it. You can benefit from it. So, yeah, no worries about that. Adam says, MFJ rocks. It's okay stuff for the money. It's built to a budget. It's built to a budget, and it gets a lot of people on the air, MFJ. So, yeah, I'm all up for a bit of MFJ. You know what you're buying from the start. You know, you're not paying the premium price for it, but you do know it's going to do a job. And the good thing is it's quite simple, most of it. So if anything does go wrong, you know, it's spirit of the hobby. Get the screwdriver out. All sold out in the US. I have new stock. Basically, I've bought every rig expert that I could find and that I was offered. So if anyone does need a rig expert in the US, by all means, get onto the website and order away. Feel free to order away. So we've got those en route. Okay. KG7POU, he's still there. Okay. Paul's on there as well. Hey Paul, how you doing? Thank you for the email during the week. Hope you're fine. Hope you're well. I hope you're not giving up the hobby, Paul, as well. I'll be very upset if you're giving up the hobby. Been a customer for a long time. So, and alright, let's have a look. Stephen's on there as well. So, Steve's had the dreaded COVID as well. I know all about it, Steve. I had 10 or 12 days, whatever it was. It wasn't great. And so, yeah, good luck with that. Hopefully you'll get through it. Hopefully it won't be there too long. Right, a couple more products for you. These are back in stock. I'm going to get up for this as I'm going to end up doing some damage. So, probably seen these advertised in quite a few places. The Sharben Multicom AR600XL, so it's a lightweight antenna rotator. Fully programmable, comes with a remote control as well, so you can just lean across. So if, like Steve, you're in your bed recovering from the COVID, you can still turn your beam. Now, under £200, no, you're not going to run a HF Yagi with it, but you can run a nice little dual band VHF UHF beam and into your RSGB contests, for example. And whilst we're talking about rotators, one product that I found whilst going through the storeroom, and I'd completely forgot that we'd stocked these, are these little CG antenna RTC200s. So let's get that clear for the moment. There we go. So in here you've got your driver software, which with the driver software we do this. And it's better to go direct to the website because that's probably out of date. Little book of words. USB lead, A to B. Your multi-DIN connection cable. DC cable. And then your little units. We'll open up. Boop, boop. There we go. Get that to focus. So we can get that in a bit better. Now that doesn't say CB antenna. I know it does look like it from there, but that's a CG antenna. So it's RTC200. Basically, if you're running a Yaesu rotator or anything running the Yaesu protocol, which I think is the RS232 protocol on there, you can use this instead and save yourself a fair few pounds. Run this with your software, so if you're running satellites, etc., or you're running a propagation program and you want to follow the beam headings as well when you're doing grey line, one of these will fully automate your antenna, and it's really easy to set up. There we go. There's the back. We'll work with all of the Yaesu rotators, so whether it be G450, G1000, 2800, 5500 for example. I mean, that's a great way of doing it, and I think they're under £200 for these. So I was quite shocked to see that today. As I said, I completely forgot about those. Let me put that back in there. Right. No problem, Don. I'm glad that was the correct answer for you. But yeah, I have tried to steer away from that. As I said, it's just you go down a rabbit hole with that, and I don't want to jump on the bandwagon of the flags and everything else. At the end of the day, we're all human beings and we're all amateurs, and that's the community spirit. I believe that we are all one. And then everyone's different, as you know, in each country. Right, what have we got here? What is the VNA? Is there a VNA that does not need calibrating every time you use it? Not really, Steve. No. If you're going to use a VNA, you want to calibrate it to make sure everything's spot on. That's the whole point of it. Looked at Super Antenna 169 plus 11.95 postage, or 19.95 and $5.95 post and package. Why the difference in postage? Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look, shall we? So, have you got the model number, Daniel? You have the model number. Okay, so that's your 1991. And that's your 169. I can tell you exactly what the issue is there, and that's an error with the website, because there's no way that that's going to ship for $5.95. That actually, let me have a look. You'll see. No, that will ship for $5.95. Let me try the back to that one. 69. No, we'll get that changed. That's not a problem, Daniel. By the time I've gone back to the office and we finish this, I'll get that changed over. Let me make a note of that. So MP1C, no problem. Right. Now we could have a quick run around with the used equipment. If I can, let me see if the camera's still on the pole and I've got the long lead. Bear me a second. No, we won't be. We've had a bit of a move around here lately, and because Gary's been getting the repeater to work on C4FM, which it now is. So if you're in the area, GB3ML. Right, let's have a look. Try living in GI, then you'll be okay. Let's have a look. Get back over onto the main bit. Right, there we go. That's why the message disappeared. Phil, I know postage to NI, but you do get other benefits there. There's other taxable benefits, so you're right. Swings and roundabouts, really. And as I always say to any of you guys and girls in Northern Ireland, if you want a bit of used equipment, yes, you do get taxed on it from us. I know the others aren't doing it. However, I don't want to end up in prison. So I'm following the rules as they should be and paying the right taxes, etc. If you do want a bit of used equipment and there's enough margin in it and you're buying a few different bits, etc., then let me know. And if I can, I'll do some adjustments. Even if it saves you 5 or 10%, I'm more than happy to do it because you've always supported us over there. What else have we got here? Is the 400 still worth a look over the 300? Yes, it is. Yeah, if you want a nice big display, nice big clear colour display, then the 400 is a great option. If I'm doing this, if I'm operating from home, I'd rather have a 400. However, if I'm in the car 300 all day long. And whilst the 300's a low price, now is definitely the time to get a 300. Great radio, and obviously you've got Bluetooth as well. Okay. Jimbo's saying F1 quali and me at the same time. Right. Let me have a look actually, because I know John wanted today off so we could watch the F1 qualifying. So I'm just going to look over to him. See if it looks like he's working. You're not? No? You're not watching F1? Okay. Okay, we'll check the cameras later. He says it, yeah. I think he is. I think he's sneakily watching the F1. I do. Oh, well. Hi to you, Jimbo. Anyway, hope all's well. James says thanks. Yep, no problem, James. But yeah, it's a good thing. And obviously, don't forget the 200 will be out soon. Kind of like that with the 200. Kind of think, why? Why have you brought this out when you've got the 300 and the 400 that are so good? But anyway, as I said, that price of that 300 will shoot up soon. So be quick if you want a 300. Right. Any more questions before I go? Anything you would like to know? There may or may not be a live next week. I'm trying to think if I'm in or not next week. I can't remember. I think I may be. Right. I think that probably could be it. Andrew says hi from Northern Ireland. Hi, Andrew. Hope all's well. Let's have another quick look. Let's refresh that. Come on. I'm surprised we haven't had our standard visit from Callum today as well. Things have gone on the missing list. Hopefully it'll pop up in a moment.
Yes, you are in. You are in next week.
Oh, I'm in next week? Yeah. Am I?
Yes.
Am I really?
Yes.
Are you watching the F1, John?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Are you sure?
Cross my heart.
Come here.
What?
Come here. Look here.
If anyone's got the results, F1, tell me now.
No, look into this camera.
Yes.
Are you watching the F1, John?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure? We're going to leave that for the viewers
do you want to go and see it's on?
To go
and I'll stay here.
I've got three tellies here. You can watch it here if you want. It's up to you.
Got it on one.
I know.
I'm rooting for Hamilton.
Okay. Is that still his name? Is he still?
With his mum's name.
Okay. All right. Right. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. It's just starting now. He said it's just starting now, John. All right. Thanks for that, Jimbo. Be switching it on now, won't he? Anyway, thanks for watching. Been a pleasure being back on a live stream. It's been so long. And yeah, there'll be another one next week because I've been told that I'm in next week. It's great when the staff tell you when you're working. Right, take care and have a good weekend. And don't forget, anything you need or anything required that you don't see on the website, just email sales@hamradio.co.uk. If you've purchased anything from us over the last week, thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any more news that you guys need. ACOM linears. Fingers crossed they're being shipped within the next couple of weeks, so we should get some more ACOMs in. Powerstar did ship. They were all sold before they got here. So again, we're waiting for some more Powerstar products. All the best to Paul as well if you're watching. What else are we waiting for that's kind of come and gone? Oh, SPE linears. SPE linears. Got a shipment coming very, very soon of SPE linears. 1.5 I believe are going to be shipped over, and some of the back orders are the 1.3s as well, so we should have a couple of those coming in. So if you've been waiting for an SPE linear, now's the time, jump on that. I think we've got a B stock one, and don't forget, B stock doesn't mean that it's been repaired. B stock means it's gone out, it's been returned, or it's been opened in store. And if there is the odd reason that one has been repaired and we tell you that, that's not a bad thing, because that means it's not going to break on you. So if it's gone out as new, it could still break. If it's B stock and it has been repaired, superb, because you know it's never going to break. Anyway, thanks for that. Hi to Rusty, thank you. Hi to Jimbo. I'm going to go and run off now and probably look over John's shoulder at the Formula 1. Thanks again to all the regulars. Don't forget, you can take part in the chat if you're watching on Facebook by going to mlands.tv. And yeah, we'll see you all soon. Thank you very much.